Memester of the Week contains fantasy violence, drug use, and horror elements. A list of topics, themes, and subjects featured in this episode is included in the description. If you ever feel unsafe or suicidal, please call your local crisis center, emergency services, or national hotline. A link to an international list of crisis hotlines is listed in the description below. Remember, you matter.
We're in the van driving back into the city after having repaired the tire. And as you leave, the Mothman says, if you'd like to go to your home and talk about this and maybe do some research or anything like that, I'd be happy to. I can follow you from out here.
How are you going to follow us?
I'm fast.
Are you fast enough that you don't draw attention to yourself?
Yeah.
Is this like a Sonic the Hedgehog situation where like you totally could just sit in the car, but that's boring, so you're just gonna run alongside because you've got a need for speed?
Dan likes Sonic the Hedgehog?
Confirmed.
Confirmed. That's the autism.
Oh my god.
Pretty sick.
Yes.
Pretty sick.
One of the few things, Sonic X, one of the few things he was allowed to watch.
That's
Oh my god. Oh no.
that's great.
The English dub of Sonic X. Woof.
Yep.
Ingrid goes, okay, I don't think that me being in the car with you and your friends will necessarily be very comforting to them, considering the full change of their worldview. So I will be outside and I will meet you at the house.
Seems to me like Clea's taken it pretty well, but if that's how you want to do it.
You
then
pan over
considerate of
and
you.
Clea's like shaking with the spear in hand. Like,
Dan, in his current state, seems
does
like
not care.
that's yeah. Well, it's that's up to you.
Yeah, do you need the Google Maps pin?
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, apparently my house is like famous or something.
What?
Incredibly famous.
To whom?
Like a lot of people, I guess.
To the people who that would matter to.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure even Dr. C knows where I live.
Well, to be fair, your name is on the student registry, place of residence, and all that. Let's hit the road.
Okay. Well, we'll see you there, I guess. Maybe.
I'll see you then. You see Mothman just like walk back out into the field.
Does he walk like backwards, like the Simpsons meme where he disappears in the bush?
You just see a pair of glowing red eyes fade into the darkness.
Guy who doesn't know how to not be just real weird.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys are driving through the city.
He seems nice.
I liked him.
Clea is here in the back seat with you guys. Okay,
Honestly, Clea, this is pretty good compared to the kinds of things that we normally run into. He
Right.
seemed like a pretty nice guy.
okay.
Yeah, you can probably put the spear away now.
Yeah, I mean, if we hit a bump too hard, I don't want
Right.
any of us to get like eviscerated or anything.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't want to
of
get
course.
stabbed again.
That'd
That's
be-
true.
That'd be fine. Okay. Puts the spear back in its compartment. So this is some level of normal for you guys.
Recently, yeah. I'd say.
Unfortunately.
All my life.
It's kind of beautiful though, dude. Like it's just a natural part of the world. Like there's cute little critters and funny magic stuff, and occasionally there's like a psychotic beast creature that tries to kill you, but what's the difference between that and like a bear? You know what I mean?
Bears don't go into cities generally.
That's generally, but occasionally.
We also know a lot about bears. We don't know a lot about all these other things.
Well,
and that's
speak for
the
yourself.
Brotherhood's fault, dude. They keep it a secret from us.
Well, some things are better left not known. And Clea, it is objectively terrifying and awful to be brought into this world. And I apologize that you got roped into this. Not everybody considers it such a cool and beautiful thing.
I mean, hopefully we can unrope you for the most part.
If you want. I mean, you're curious about the mystery, the deeper mysteries of the world, you know.
Right.
I mean, maybe she just wants to go, grab like a boba tea, which is also fine.
You know what? A boba tea does sound great right now.
We have the same stress response.
I do think there's a vigil on the way, so we can stop there, get some boba.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. I would love a boba. Should I come with you?
If you want. I don't think you've been to my house yet, so
That's totally up to your level of comfort and interest, but you're welcome to.
Okay. This is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are surprisingly cool with all of this. I think I need to shell up in my apartment and watch Netflix.
And absolutely house that bubble tea.
Absolutely house the bubble tea. You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Been there.
yeah, we could talk later, dude.
And if you need more information or help, or you're worried about something, you've got our number.
Yeah, and Journey reaches over with her phone extended in her hand, and she's like, "You got Insta? Here's mine. You can send me a DM, but go ahead and do that now so I can approve the message request." I get a lot of messages from weird people.
You guys can instant message on those?
Dan, shut the fuck up. You know that, dude. There's no way you're just now learning about fucking DMs right now.
I just didn't think they had
believe it.
like AOL on those kinds of things.
I want to say that Dan is just an amnesiac, and then every time somebody explains something about fucking email, he just forgets and just defaults back to AOL.
Oh my god.
Dan's concept of technology is not the thing he's thinking about most of the time. So whenever some crazy explanation of the latest applications on smart handheld phones hits his ears, it is not retained because he's too busy thinking about ghouls and goblins.
And the game Ghouls and Goblins.
Yeah.
For the fucking SNES. Super Ghouls and Goblins, even.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good.
All of them.
Sometimes.
They're pretty good stuff. Yeah. So Journey swaps social media details with Clea.
You guys drop Clea off at her apartment.
With a boba tea.
With her boba tea. I like the overhead shot of the van, driving up this winding road, and we see it's firmly nighttime now, and the moon rising up overhead, and we see Mistrend Manor kind of looming in the distance as we see small little van driving up, and then we get an interior shot from through the windshield of everyone just sipping on boba tea.
Yeah, and then Dan chokes on the first tapioca bubble and nearly crashes the van.
Oh my god. Wow.
Coughs for 30 seconds. It's that's pretty good.
Happy memory.
But you pull up to the round at Mistrend and get out of the car. The Mothman walks out of the woods.
With a boba tea?
Also with the boba tea. Also with the boba tea.
He saw us get
Excellent.
it from the car, and he was intrigued, so he also went in after we did and bought one.
Yeah.
Oh, and he got strawberry milk tea.
Aww.
That's good.
He's like, oh, yeah, I saw you guys were going to get boba tea, so I thought that would be a nice treat.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? This whole thing.
Dan's mouth is just full of fucking tapioca balls. This is crazy.
Dan doesn't know that he can actually chew on them and consume them, so he's just been packing them in like a hamster.
Oh, he's waiting for them to explode in his mouth.
He's playing Chubby Bunny with the tapioca balls.
Oh my god.
So how long is this supposed to take?
Just keep going, buddy. You'll get there eventually.
All right.
Fuck me.
Someone, God, we need to get an artist to draw that. Like, I need fan art of that.
That's so good.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Okay.
Yeah, so Mord, I think we see the house physically react here to the Mothman. We see
it does like it shrinks back and it does like the thing.
We see some of the windows that have been like lit up and open. They shutter themselves. The front windows of the house on like the ground floor, right by the door, the light gets incredibly bright and just kind of like washes over the group, investigating like, hey, there's something here that I don't like. What is happening? Because you have bond with the house, I'm gonna just let you roll the bond. So you're going to roll 2d6 plus 1.
Okay.
To try and convince this house, like, hey, this is an okay thing to do.
I got a 6.
Okay.
So just to paint the scene, we're all like kind of in that round.
Yeah, like the driveway. Mm-hmm. The light is flooding out of the house and just like soaking everyone in it.
Okay, so Mordecai's blunt in mouth is in that brief moment in time where things are happening to him that he can't tell if he's too high or if this is real. And then realizing that his house is actually like reacting, stands in front of Mothman and then is like talking to the house like you would talk to a horse, but in between like drags on the blunt. Whoa, dude, whoa. Easy, girl. Easy. Relax. It'll be okay. He's cool.
You hear the shutters on the windows of the house shaking and flapping open and closing, and you start to feel like a strong wind emanating from that direction and kind of pushing back.
Come on, girl, you're gonna blow out my blizzy, dude. Just it's eat. Come on, girl, chill, easy.
Or is anyone going to help out?
Is the house familiar with my YouTube channel?
Brother.
No. Dirty and Dan do not have bond with the house, so this would be a flat roll.
Then I can't do anything. I'm sorry, man. I tried to minor celebrity the house.
I'm gonna walk over to the Mothman, mouthful of boba,
and
I'll
kiss
be
him.
like, we swap boba pearls.
Okay, Jason's fucking horny today, dude.
I give him half my boba.
Oh God!
like a little baby bird.
No!
Oh God! I insert my mouth balls
This is
into
the
his
direction
mouth.
that I was hoping that this would go. Actually,
I use my ball transfer jutsu.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Dan walks up to Mothman.
so like, do you have history with this house, or doesn't seem to trust you?
Well, I don't think it really trusts anybody that's not, except at least nothing like me, you know? Maybe we should just go somewhere else.
Should the house trust you?
Should the house trust me?
Yeah.
The only reason I am here is because something bad is going to happen to you all and this house. And if that happens, then the world will change in a very drastic and violent way. And this is what I can do to help.
Well then, okay, fuck this. I'm gonna swallow all the boba pearls, similar to Patrick swallowing all the snowballs in SpongeBob, all at once, all whole.
Oh no!
Oh God. Okay.
Awesome.
And walk over to Mordecai. Well, House, you heard him. He's here to help. And looks like things will get really bad for you without his help, from what I saw. But, up to you.
That'll count as a help out.
Help out is cool, not charm. That's good. That's a mixed success with a 7.
Enough.
Christ.
Oh boy.
The wind dies down and the light gets less intense. And LaFleur comes and opens the door. Oh, Master Bridges, is everything okay? Who is your friend there?
This is Mr. Cold. He is a Mothman.
I'm the Mothman, actually. I don't think, unfortunately, there's no one else like me.
Oh, come on, dude. There's someone out there for you.
No, okay. It just gets real sad.
I'm keeping an eye on him.
Okay. Well, the house isn't super happy about that, but it seems like it's taking you at your word. So, Mr. Cold, it is apparent that you are welcome to come into our home, but be careful.
I'd like to think that the house just does like passive aggressive things to him the whole time now, because it's still not cool with him being here.
It hides his shoes.
Like just tying his shoelaces together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
all the taxidermy just follows him.
Yeah. Also, just Dan is completely unfazed at the idea of a house physically responding to someone's presence.
Yeah.
Journey is
tracks with what I know about it.
But not that surprised. She's seen the spooky cartoons growing up.
Mordecai's high. So
yeah, so you guys all move inside and you're all back at Mistrend. What are you doing? What do we want to do? As the Mothman is here with you to try and help.
I mean, we got to get some research done. We got to see why there could be a comet heading for us in a few days. You know, Journey's first thought is like, maybe we need to like figure out if there is like a scientific thing that is already in place that is pointing to some event happening like that.
I think it's a good idea. So if Journey beelines to the library, I think because it's my house, I will be showing Mothman around and, you know, providing him like a place to chill if he wants to stay more than a day or something.
I want to keep an eye on Mothman, but at some point I want to call for help from the Brotherhood and see if there are any prophecies or if Amon and Sagar could do some research about it.
Okay. Yeah, so let's take these as like scenes in order, right? Journey, when you come home, the first thing that you do you go to the library to go do research, or do you go back to your room?
Oh, I'm gonna go back to my room and drop off my stuff, because she's always carrying too much with her at all times, so she wants to drop that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you go up to your room with your bubble tea and all your things, open the door and you drop off your stuff, and you see nice little jar of glitter on your desk.
She rushes over to it and she was like, smiles and is like, yes. But not yet. Not yet. This is for later. And she sets it back down. Can't use this if everything's going to blow up in a few days.
Everything's going to blow up in a few days.
Hello.
As you turn around, you see that same maid from earlier, kind of a larger woman in a maid's outfit. Is everything all right, dear?
I mean, it's not all right. It is clear on her face that there is something wrong. Yeah, she just kind of whirls around and looks at her, and she's like, I'm sorry, I was just thinking out loud. I mean, there's a bit of a situation, but like, we'll figure it out. It's fine. By the way, I'm so sorry. I don't think I ever got your name.
Oh, yes, of course, dear. My name is Mrs. Atwell.
Oh, Mrs. Atwell. Okay, yeah, sorry, I didn't really properly introduce myself, and we didn't talk too much before this, so I just wanted to know who I was talking to. I wanted to say thanks for finding this. I will definitely get to decorating my room as soon as we handle the situation that is happening presently that I don't really know very much about yet. But I have to go to the library so I can figure out some more things.
Right. Okay, well, that sounds wonderful. If you need anything else and you can't find me, just leave a note on your desk or something like that, and I'll be happy to help you out.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you. We should have a nice tea session later.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's do it. And then she scurries out of the room.
So you guys are moving through the house with Mr. Cold.
Yeah, so Mothi, as you can see here, before we take a detour into the antiques room, I have this closet.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty cool.
What's cool about this closet?
Oh, you see, if we open it, as you can see, it's full of a little stale, untouched linens and fabrics, some old coats. What do you think about that?
Is this like a moth joke, dude?
You know I'm not really a moth, right?
That's exactly what a moth would say. Let's go to the antiques room.
Up, dude. It's kind of fucked up.
I do like your lamps.
Did you hear that? He just made a comment about the lamps, bro.
Well, okay. Well, maybe you're onto something.
All right, let's just keep. You're supposed to be keeping an eye on him. Don't let me catch everything.
Just filing away in his mental notes. Distract with lamps.
Lamps.
Wait, flashlights.
Oh shit! I got flashlights, bro.
His ultimate weakness. Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, so this is just a closet. Cool. And let's just go ahead and pop into the antique room. This is one of my favorite rooms. It's got stuff in it.
You know that one was standing here this whole time and then also did see this happening.
Yeah, so the antique room is something that my dad set up. It's pretty
Mr.
cool.
Mothman, you can see into the future, right? So you can see everything we're going to show you.
Yeah.
But if we then don't show it to you, you can't see it because it's not in the future, right?
Which is why I don't interrupt you.
Damn. All right, let's go.
He's pretty good at this. Yeah, he's pretty good at this. Okay. So, you could just set up shop here if you want to hang out. Let us know if you want to use the library for anything, and don't go into any closets unattended.
Are you going to give him like a spare bedroom, or is he going to sleep here on the antiques?
That's a good question. So, Mothi, I was going to ask you, if you want to hang out here for like the next couple of days, I could set you up with the room or a wardrobe. And then, you could also just hang out in here. I've been kind of sleeping on the couch in here for a while. It's pretty comfy. So what's good with you?
Well, I do have an apartment in town, but I guess I could bring some things over to help with some research.
You have an apartment in town?
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. How do you think I live here?
You live here? I thought you lived in New England.
I moved recently.
Well, there's probably a lot to unpack there. Literally. So you're going to stay a couple days. That's good. Mr. Cold, do you prefer Cold or Mothman?
You can just call me Cold or Ingrid. Ingrid's fine.
Okay, Mr. Ingrid.
Is Mothi on the table?
Hesitant.
Time will tell.
It's not enough.
Mr. Ingrid.
Sorry, I have a question really quickly because we've been saying it a lot. Is it Ingrid? Because I thought it was Indrid, like with a D.
I thought it was Ingrid.
Indrid is like a band's name, but Ingrid is a woman's name. So I'm just curious. And I didn't want to
Okay, it's supposed. I've been saying it wrong. It's supposed to be Indrid.
Okay.
Ah.
Well,
this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
just alter my notes.
Sorry.
So let's just click.
Did the classic trust Jason?
Let's quickly do an ADR of Indrid, and then you can go back and dub that over every time we've said it.
Every single time we said it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's fortunate that I never refer to him by his actual name and just call him Mothi, so I don't have to do any of that.
Mr. Cold, you showed me your vision, but you haven't explained how we tie into this.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I know that your home is involved. I know that you are the ones that can change this. How otherwise is a little fuzzy.
Okay. I'm not sure if this is a moth thing again, because moths are kind of fuzzy.
Oh, true.
It is a little bit of a moth thing. How do I explain this? Everywhere I go, I can see the bad things that are going to happen to just normal people, right? Today, I woke up and I couldn't see what accidents were going to happen to anyone. Only really good things, except for this one very bad thing in a few days.
So we definitely know it's gonna happen.
Imagine if everywhere you went, you knew what was going to happen and you couldn't change anything about it. And then you don't know what's going to happen except for one thing, but you know that you can change something about it.
Okay. So things can't change except for one thing that can change.
Less so that, more that nothing bad is going to happen to anyone for a couple days, it seems like. And then something really bad is going to happen to everyone, unless we fix it.
Okay, Dad. Thanks to Mothy, we know something's bad's gonna happen, but no thanks to Mothy, we don't know how to stop it. So I say we just throw the kitchen sink at this.
I'm already planning on pulling in Brotherhood resources to try and get to the bottom of this.
Oh, that could be a good idea. I'll reach out to my contacts as well.
Dan, you don't know me or owe me anything, and I understand that. Would you kindly not let your organization know that I am here?
It's going to be kind of hard to talk around.
You can just tell them that you noticed a lot of good luck around here recently, and you found it suspicious. Call it you being overly cautious.
In exchange for your cooperation over the next few days and your goodwill towards this house, I'll do my best to avoid dropping your name.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Dan, by the way, pretty sick line you just dropped there. That was really, really lawyery, dude. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I read a lot of scrolls these days.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. Mordecai's just cracking a grin.
Wow.
Really impressed with Dan.
Dan is hesitant about leaving Indrid unattended, but if somebody wants to stay with him, I'll retreat to the attic briefly and do a little contact.
I could hang out with him. We could smoke.
Yeah, we could smoke or we could go to the library and, we can also do both.
Let's get zooted first.
Okay, so convene in the library. Got it. Dan will very matter-of-factly depart and head up to the attic.
As we see Dan walking through these long hallways, going up to your room in the attic, how do you feel? How do you feel about this whole situation?
Thanks to the effects of the spell, Dan's pretty clear-headed. Obviously, the previous research about the serum will have to wait, as it's taken a second rung in priority. Dan is just thinking forward, thinking over his options and the amount of time it's going to take to do research and consult the prophecies and do a little old black magic, try and see if I can determine a source. And, very analytical, not very in the present.
Yeah, you go up into your room. And what is it that you do to contact the Brotherhood?
I have sort of a brass bowl that I pull out. I light a circle of candles, and I'm going to fill the bowl about halfway with water, turn off all the lights, except for the candles, of course. Draw the shutters and first begin a spell to reach out to Amon, I guess.
Roll your use magic +2. So your normal stat and then an additional 2 on top of that. So I think you're rolling like fucking +5 or something on those.
And yet it's still a 9.
Okay.
Let me look at the glitches.
Roll one more d6 for me.
Okay. 1d6, go. 2.
Okay, on a 2, that is moved down to a failure. So mark your experience.
I'll just say a gust of wind opens the window and kind of like papers fly around and the candles are all extinguished. Nothing's going through. That's a pain in the ass.
You look around and the house kind of like shrugs. Like, it wasn't me, dude. I didn't do it.
All right. It's fine. I'll do it the old fashioned way, or the new fashioned way, I guess. Dan will get up and close the window and pull out his flip phone, Nokia flip phone. And I think I got Amon's number.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'll just send a text.
Man. The idea of like, I default to doing a ritual to be able to contact anyone, but I could
it's
just
less
text
traceable,
them.
dude.
That's so funny.
Less traceable, dude. I mean, our competitors, the Illuminati, could be listening in on anything.
True. What do you send to Cigar?
I write out like a full email, basically, through the 9-key flip phone controls.
Jesus.
Greetings, Amon. I hope this text message finds you well. I've recently learned of some danger which might befall the Bridges residents outside of Fort Collins. Could you please consult the prophecies and look for any possible leads and get back to me? Thank you. Yours, Dan.
Yeah, I think you have to wait for a little while and you get a response and he says, okay, give me a little bit of time. I will check the prophecies for anything related to Mistrend Manor and let you know.
I'll send back. Thank you for your continued support. Regards, Dan.
Thumbs up.
He just sends a thumbs up emoji and it is just like splayed numbers and ASCII characters on my phone from like 2003.
Yeah, it's a full game fax ass.
I immediately start trying to parse it for information.
Yeah, it's an ASCII art thumbs up.
Is it a code?
What sort of code is this?
What does this mean?
I need to ask Journey about this later.
God, that's so funny. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to Memester of the Week. This is Jason. I'm bringing some NPR radio vibes to the mid-roll today. It is a snowy Saturday afternoon in Tokyo. I have a hot tea in my mug that Amelia was kind enough to prepare for me. And we're just doing a little bit of work today. So, hey, cozy vibes. Cozy vibes. I hope that everything is well for you. By the time that comes out, it's not going to be fucking snowy anymore. I guarantee that. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for listening to the show. If you're liking what you hear, share us on social media. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your enemies, especially your enemies, and rain down hell upon them. Today for our mid-roll, we have a really cool show called Side Character Quest. I first heard about them from some submissions done for a a festival, and I came across their episode called Do Not Press Play, which was a solo journaling game, and just really great sound design, really cool vibes in there. Genuinely very horrifying. So I have a link to that episode in the description below, and please go check them out. They're really cool. they're a great little show. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. So I hope that you are well. I hope you are keeping your peace and making your enemies suffer for it. So, take care.
This world is a peaceful one. Plains, mountains, swamps, pines, cicadas sing, rivers flow, magic thrums through the air, and all of it surrounded by a single massive wall, as ancient as history itself. So, not that ancient. Thanks to the loss, prehistoric ain't all that long ago. Oh well, life is good, and assuming you don't mind the looming threat of a mysterious skeletal society.
Side character quest. A D&D adventure, one player at a time.
Some worlds need a hero. This one? Might need a bit more than that.
Yeah, speaking of Journey.
Yes.
So Journey, you left your room in kind of a hurry. Where are you going?
The library.
They're going to the library. Fascinating. Yeah, so you make your way over to the library, and it's kind of the initial room is very much like your dad's facsimile of it, right? And then it expands out into this grand multi-floor situation. And what are you looking for?
Well, I mean, I feel like Journey is going to approach this from the logical standpoint first of there must be some kind of media in some form that exists about this event, whether that be a scientific prediction or potentially something in literature about foretelling of a certain event that it could be tied to or whatever. So I think she's just going to do the good old search for comet or something.
Yeah.
In the in the catalog, as it were.
Right. Okay, yeah, give me an investigate a mystery.
Hell yeah.
And take a +2 in addition to your stat.
Hell yeah. Okay. That's a 9. Almost a 10.
Okay, with the +2?
Yeah, with the +2.
Okay, so you get one question.
How is this phenomenon doing this? So what's the justification for how is this comet going to show up? Maybe I can find something in the literature about this god is causing this thing to happen at this point, or some to tie it to something so that we have a big bad to be able to fight and stop it from happening or something.
Yeah. I think that this takes some time for you. You are going through the library, picking up books, doing the legwork, and you are looking at information on comets and how it relates specifically to magic. And what you find is that astral bodies have a pretty significant effect on the way that magic works in the world. Can affect it and make it stronger when some things are closer, or as it goes further away, it could lessen those things as well. And I think what you find here is the interaction of Anzu's comet flying overhead has shown previously a surge of good luck for people around. It makes things generally a little bit better. And so people used to have festivals celebrating that. And so there is something that is happening here that is attracting the comet to this place and intensifying its effects on the world and making those effects kind of focused in on Fort Collins.
The comet is targeting the house because the house is magic?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was gathering then. So it enhances the magic abilities of, like, everything around it, right?
Yep.
We're all gonna have to use magic to redirect the comet. But I don't wanna. I don't see another solution to this problem.
We send a missile. There you go.
A magic missile.
I think we'll pan over to Indrid and Mordecai smoking it out in the antiques room, and Indrid turns on the TV. And we see a news report about so many things happening in the town recently. There have been 5 winning lottery tickets.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
And you see on screen a couple people from in town, and you also see Anton O'Toole.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Brother.
He's in town?
Yeah, you see that he is one of the 5 people who won the lottery today.
Oh my god.
It's finally turning around for him. I'm so proud of him.
Ray.
Mordecai, what is Mordecai's favorite food chain?
Mario's Pizza.
Mario's Pizza. Mordecai, you get a text on your phone.
I take out my phone
And I read it.
and I look at it.
Dude, gameplay.
Your name was entered in a contest for Mario's Pizza, and you won. You won
Sick.
a year's worth of food at Mario's Pizza.
Oh shit.
You won
dog.
the restaurant.
Hello?
Man, you're really selling me on this comment being bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've won 1 year of Mario's Pizza.
Mordecai, dude. Mothy, we get free pizza for life, bro.
1 year.
The text message does say 1 year.
Yeah, we might die in like a few days. So.
But until then, pizza.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to order pizza right now. What kind of toppings do you like? Cotton?
Wild interaction to give. Yeah, you see an influx of luck in the world. Dan, you are walking down the stairs from your attic room, going back to the library, I assume. As you are moving through the hallway and going down the stairs, I want you to act under pressure.
Is it due to a monster phenomenon or mystical effect?
It is.
Yay!
Yay, I can roll weird.
Hooray.
Thanks to just another
Oh,
day.
hell yeah.
That's an 11. Do I need to roll a d6?
You do need to roll a d6.
Woo!
D6. 1, baby.
It is moved down to a mixed success.
Oh, shit.
As the clock strikes midnight, here, as you're walking down the stairs, maybe you're thinking about something else. Maybe you're preoccupied with the possibility of what will happen if you don't figure this out. Dan misses a step. And for just a moment, you find yourself in free fall. And then you catch yourself. And you continue on with the next day.